Photosynthesis. During photosynthesis, ATP is made. When the molecular bond in ATP breaks down to ADP, energy is released. This is the energy that is needed to keep us alive. Photosynthesis occurs here. The light energy is absorbed by photosynthetic pigments found in the thylakoid membrane. Photosynthetic pigments are colored substances that absorb the light energy needed for photosynthesis. Thylakoids are fluid-filled sacs. The photosynthetic pigments are attached to a protein. The two combined are called a photosystem. There are two photosystems used to absorb light energy. They are connected by protons that transfer electrons called electron carriers. Non-cyclic photophosphorylation. This is where ATP is produced from ADP and phosphate using light energy. Light energy is absorbed by the pigments in photosystem 2. This energy then excites electrons and they gain energy. The electrons then move along the electron carriers to photosystem 1. Electrons from photosystem 2 that have moved to photosystem 1 need to be replaced. This is done by photolysis of water. Light energy splitting water into protons, electrons, and oxygen. As the electrons move along the electron carriers, they lose energy. The energy lost is used to transport H plus ions across the thylakoid membrane. The H plus ions are available from the photolysis of water. This movement of H plus ions into the thylakoid means that there is a higher concentration of H plus ions in the thylakoid than outside. Therefore, there is a proton gradient across the membrane. In the thylakoid membrane, there is an enzyme called ATP synthase. The H plus ions that have moved into the thylakoid, where there is now a high concentration, go down the concentration gradient out of the thylakoid through this enzyme. The movement of H plus moving through the enzyme creates energy, which then makes ATP by combining ADP and phosphate. Photosystem 1 also absorbs light energy, so the electrons that came from photosystem 2 gain even more energy. These electrons then transfer to NADP with an H plus ion to form reduced NADP.